How's it going, guys? It's Atalas here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. And yes, I have a ferret in my hand. This is little Buttons. Say hello, Buttons. Yeah, you have no idea what the hell's going on, do you? You're sniffing my fingers. You're licking my fingers now. Now, what are you gonna do, huh? You ready to play some Doki Doki Literature Club? Even though you're not gonna stay on me for that long. Are we ready? Sure you ready? You gonna lick my face? Now, where were we? Last time where I left off, we were, weren't we? We were showing the poem, so we already showed it to Yuri, so let's show it to Monica. Hi, Tellers! Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Go on, go exploring, go on. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off of going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. What is with the pose? Jesus! Stop with the pose! Don't worry, Tellers. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's a sort of barrier we will have to learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Tellers. I was going to say ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imaginary and symbolism. Unlike Sayuri, who likes simple, direct words to direct happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. That button, you're going up my fucking trouser leg. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or let them deeply analyse the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has. Assuming Yuri has at this point. I've never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near that level yet, near her level yet. Don't worry, don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. You just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of styles that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. A hole in wall. It couldn't be me. See the direction that sparkle protrudes. The noisy neighbour and angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realised now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Ow! So what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, it's a kind of style that's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I've had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Thank you. Alright, let's try Natsuki, the grumpy one. Oh, hello, Buttons. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. But anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Okay. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your messages any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everything around you do great things, but can really be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realised. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect it from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humour her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. Alright, Sayuri. Nah. This is a good poem, Talos. Are you sure this is your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Oh well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like what I said before, Talos. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Try new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I've joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna have to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out to play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad, I want breakfast. Sayuri. This is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. But at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It just came out nice, and how should I put it? It just sounds like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. But I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they are just being nice, as no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monaco are happily chatting. My eyes landed on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each other's expressions change. Natsuki's eyes furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about a feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it and Tados did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some of my suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my own writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Yeah. And Tados liked my poem too, you know. He told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Huh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Talos appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Oh, God. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh, God. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Talos started showing up. I wasn't the only one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Talos started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Talos, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true, she started it. If she could get over herself and appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Talos. Wait. There's a reason why we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's only the way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not an unnecessary limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Talos? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, what am I doing? I'm skipping through. Oh, my God. You shouldn't pick a fight with just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, eh? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said a poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well. If you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized, don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sorry, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On the way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. That's Atsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hand while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit her in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less from you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Talos, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as a part of his club. It's nothing. One more thing. One thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, eh? What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm gonna make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone, it's about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. I say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Talos, how about you? Yeah, I say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you learn something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Talos, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Yeah. Sayuri beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayuri, about what happened earlier. Yeah, what do you mean? You know, the thing between Yuri and Natsuki. Does this thing kind of happen often? No. It's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Talos, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone else is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said more to myself and to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright, we're back here again. Frightening. Nature. Haha, Doki Doki. Ocean. Judgment. Starscape. That's a nice word. Boop! Crimson. Vivacious. Vertigo. Atone. Analysis. Imagination. Universe. Candy. Buddy. Valentine. Kawaii. Sunny. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more confident over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi Talos. Yo Sayuri. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayuri? Why is that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayuri nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayuri. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So that way, you're not hungry and you just want an excuse to take a walk. Or you plan to conveniently forget to spend that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. There's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves that one option. Wah! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Ha ha ha. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. Ah. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri. Tell Talis to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayuri. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is far enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really don't know how to do the little supposed to be laughter in it. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. That's no way you could think that. You were right though. I did something bad, and now I had to accept the retribution back. Still, coming from you, Sayuri, I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayuri knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayuri. Pwap. Kia. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayuri in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was? A cookie? Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayuri glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was gonna give it to you, but then I had to heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. And then Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. So he hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayuri rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayuri suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite out of her own cookie. Ah, yours look really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayuri gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Oh, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayuri off of her. Boom. Sayuri suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayuri trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayuri? Yeah? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Ugh, where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything from her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. It's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Yeah, that's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I just hope you guys weren't worried about anything. Eh? Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Ah, well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I've kinda lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You wouldn't have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? Wasn't where you played the music as well, Monika. I don't really. It's just I kind of just started it recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once when I get a little bit better. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Talers. Monica smiles sweetly. Ah. I don't mean any pressure or anything like that. Ah, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. Okay, in that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything at all, didn't I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayuri's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has settled down. Sayuri somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back into her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey Yuri. Eh? Ah. I suddenly noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Ah, no. I was just waiting for you. Ah, if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yeah, let's... Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Oh, shit. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and fetches me an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this into the teacher's desk and we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. Ah, I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Where shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? We're just... Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realised how weird that sounds as to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Ooh. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Talers in club activities? Ooh. Ugh. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Talers. Ah. Yuri quietly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How can I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that makes me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's not. But it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Talers, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. Aha. No. When you hate me for something as terrible as that, why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Talers, I really like being friends with you. Oh, it's getting romantic. Ha. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. But I've done my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway. Yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Tados, do you like oolong tea? Yeah, anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. and I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try and express myself a little more. And it turns out it's not very hard for me to do when it's you who's around anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Talos. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I could keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Talos, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Eh? What's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realise. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. Yeah, it's mostly because of your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes. I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved my book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. It's a small bag of chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayuri's candy radar. I take it since it will go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book, except this time, our bodies are even more close to each other. Ooh. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost as more as I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup, holding it with my hand. That's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes me harder to focus. Because now I don't need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume that the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologise. I'll hold the book, okay? You sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg, where in that case, Yuri is totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and then hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lip as this situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop there. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth, just like that. Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expressions suddenly break. Did I just... Yuri looks at me and she needs to confirm what just happened. Talos? Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Ah, well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell her by her expression that she just can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri didn't avert her gaze. I noticed her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Ah! Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone! Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Talos, you can help Yuri by put away the stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah, Yuri picked up teacups on the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling there's something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who should I show my poem first? Monica. Hi again, Talos. Hello, Monica. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imaginary is even better than the last one I read. Just wondering how you've been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style. I guess so. Can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get too much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what's going on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean it in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. You're completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm only kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers the last part. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Well, oh well, I know. I was just saying, but anyway. You wanna read my poem now? I like this. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me, the colours won't stop. Bright, beautiful colours, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop, violent, grating, waveform, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine? Sline? A sine, consign, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. Oh, I never said that. It's just it's the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing how to space your words can totally change the mood of the person. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still really hard for me to tell what it's about though. Aha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when you have something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? 4-4 breakthrough! What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, I'll go to Natsuki. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Huh? Phew what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take it as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognises my experience. Well, then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me that Natsuki's completely missed the point. Come to think of it, yesterday reminds me of Sayuri's poem from yesterday. You think so? Well, yeah, I guess. You've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. Well, you never really struck me as her type. Sayuri has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Ugh, that's a little unnecessary. I'm thinking of it this way, if it weren't for me, she probably would have just fly away, like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favourite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I see her talking to a lot of people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has her other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. I'm going to tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do. No, of course not. I mean, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I could see that. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with so much simpler analogies. And it helps people realise how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree, the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, that's how everyone thinks mine. That doesn't matter, I could be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares about what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. Sure, a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that? I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Sayuri. Ooh, I like this one, Tellers. It has a nice feeling in it. Oh, I'm glad. But does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. It's not very helpful, you know. I guess I'm not really good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good person. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but then again, I feel conveying feelings is pretty important of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Ugh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet? Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayuri. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sayuri, that's unexpectedly poetic. Yeah, it is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Towers. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Oh my god. Oh! Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on a shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in a bottle, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps, but it doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friends, and they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? Frankly, I pull them to the shelf after the other, holding them out to every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be my friends. My friends aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but that's all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Whoa. Oh my god. Yeah, holy crap. Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Fuck yeah. Creepy? Well, not exactly, but maybe I'm just so used to being cheerful. Never mind, I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good and you should be proud of it. Ah, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand with my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You gotta be pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. So he's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be even pessimistic. Fucking hell, that poem! Jesus! Wasn't expecting that from Sayuri. Okay. Let's see what Yuri's poem is. Let's see what he's written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Tell us. This one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you pick this up on so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to giving it more imaginary. Yuri visibly swallows, even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it makes me really happy. Are you saying that you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh? Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share a poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night whilst I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That's where I believe the first time I noticed my strange tendencies of... What the fuck? What? As an imaginary? No. Something human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious, well aware of the consequences, well aware of a raccoon that is fed will come back for more. An enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptoms. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon in sentiments, I can't see what that says, its phase, and reflects that much more light of my cutting knife. In the very same light that glistens in my eyes of my raccoon friend, I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite close to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian condition. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. It was a little more daring with this one more than yesterday. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if it takes a face value, then I can't figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my unusual hobbies. If it's those sort of things, I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Oh, that's funny, huh? Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest, eh? Oh, she did, yeah. She was talking about it, how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. Well, that's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person that would make more fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Oh, please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry. I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing with me. After all, I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. And I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. You really aren't. There really aren't many people like you, Talos. That's exaggerating a little bit. That's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. It's really nothing. Yuri smiles sincerely at me, and for just a moment her timidness seems to disappear. Okay everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if anyone can come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Oh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we could put it together anything good for just a few days. We'd just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep this simple, okay? We won't need much than a few decorations. Sayuri has been working out on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the session. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to do for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you haven't heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica, yeah, well we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're going to let anyone else come up and recite the poems too. Sayuri's putting it all on the posters, and in case if anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayuri, who's been colouring a poster, holds it up for us to see. You kidding me, Monica? You didn't already stop putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think that's bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. I just didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki, I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys? No, Sayuri, I understand what they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri never shared their poems with anyone until a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right! And having those reasons we're all in this club today. Do you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you into here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it all takes is standing up in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayuri looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayuri and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. Just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I really don't have a choice. Aha, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way, Monica. This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of a club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no, don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Ah, of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting the poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than her inflection is pristine, and she knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the word to life. Is this something she's done before? She's simply a natural. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayuri looks amazed. Yuri with an intense expression on the face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smile. Well, that was so good, Monica. Thank you so much. I was just hoping to set a good example. You ready to go next, or Yuri? I'll go next. Oh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce, confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and instructive as she initiates with perfect timings. This must be a rare glimpse of her into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished, everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she'd bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first one to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not like we didn't want to applaud for her, it's just that we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes it back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you so much for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, guess I'm next then. So Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sorry, Yuri. It's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reading to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. So Yuri begins her poem. Somehow it feels like a soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayuri is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I was to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing coming from Sayuri's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayuri meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone than I thought I knew through and through. Sayuri finishes and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayuri. Hey, even Tellers liked it. I guess that was a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayuri. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. It might be other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours with that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might be a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's why I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Well, next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Alright, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Towers. It's not like I could compare with you guys anyway. Might as well let Towers lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki? It's fine. Might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection what to read. I might as well go what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something I'll improve over in one time. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way into the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath once she starts reciting the poem. Her sour attitude disappears a little. While she stands a little uninfused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it's surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if they're giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for the other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Netsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how is it so? Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That way, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what this is like, what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I probably should find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I am already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all of this effort into for the club. It makes me really happy. What is it with that pose? Stop with the pose. Oh yeah, no problem. Okay everyone, I think that'll be it for today. I know the festival is coming up, so let's try and write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow and we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this, I can do this. Alright. Stand up. There's no way I'll be able to feel the same enthusiasm as Sayuri and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayuri? Yep. Look at you, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Tellers. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I do apologise with my reading. When I'm reading it out loud, I do stumble upon my words. I do apologise for that. I walk home with Sayuri once more. Even though it's been only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today Sayuri's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey Sayuri. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier, like how we get to, Sayuri fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You kind of put me on the spot here. Ah, God. Well. Oh, man. I get the choice. I get this choice. Oh, fucking hell. Gonna need like 20p. Alright. Heads to walk home with Yuri and tails to walk home with Sayuri. Heads, walk home with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does that thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard for it is for her to socialise, I would feel awful turning her down, so isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. It's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. I just like to think about it. It's not like that you won't need me anymore, you know. Need you? Sayuri, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everything is different. Nobody in this club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and they're feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me in such a weird question. I just can't lie to her. If there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away, so who knows what'll happen in that time. God knows. Oh, here we go again. Eternity. Raindrops. Incapable. Extraordinary. Ambient. Anime. Scars. Misery. It's a good book. Poof. Melody. Inferno. Hurt. Suicide. Death. Why does she jump? I thought that would be Yuri's thing, not... Starscape. Anxiety. desire, disoriented, climax, heaven sent. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have done a lot. You must have a lot of determination, starting this club and now picking up piano. Or maybe it's not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're willing to help out for the festival too. Oh, I can't wait for the festival. It's going to be great. Eh? When you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. I'm talking about the whole day of school where we get to play and eat all the kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayuri all of a sudden. Monica, don't you usually have fried squid? Squid? It's usually pretty specific of a thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? Hey, I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Huh? Ah, never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now. Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayuri's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayuri anyway? Ah, there you are. Sayuri's sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey Sayuri. I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry, don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Oh, of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayuri shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayuri before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation's already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayuri recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at a desk. Alice, what's up? This might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayuri recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Well, I mean, I'm reading into a little too much, but she seems a little bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica appears across the room at Sayuri, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on my mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Tellers. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really been like this. She always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything on anything, so I'll drop it now. Oh no, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I mean I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Tellers. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayuri talks to you more than anything else, you know, eh? She's been so much happy ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayuri is always like that. She's always been so full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're always just so funny, Tellers. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful because that's how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you just forget about what I said. I'll try and talk to her, so let's try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know what I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up in front of her desk and walks across the room to where Sayuri is sitting. I watch her kneel down to Sayuri and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit down myself. I know Sayuri told me not to worry about her, but to have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible to do, but when she's behaving like this. Exactly how do I care about her and I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. She looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realise that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little bit easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you able to tell that when I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't too hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. No, not that. I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In that case, I guess you were right. Sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologise. Your troubles are the only concern of those who are willing to share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you prefer to share what's on your mind, then I'll be glad to listen. It's not really that much big of a deal. I was just feeling a little uneasy about Sayuri. Sayuri? Yeah, she seems a little bit off today. But when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something's happened to her. Oh, it's quite romantic, eh? Sorry, I didn't mean to say anything so stupid. It's not like that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayuri and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into a little too much. Talas, the world is full of meaning often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you know them. Ah, so you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayuri is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what they may be going on inside her head. And she may not know what she wants. I noticed her strange behaviour today too, but I also feel some concern for her as well. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayuri, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. We don't need to put it in that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, and she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone a bit honest and caring, may uncover feelings that you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very unfortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you give me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not really as sophisticated as you. Ah, that's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. Should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone, after time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? For I know, everything's back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she's talking about with Sayuri. Right, here we go. I'm gonna leave it here. Thanks guys so much for watching. I do apologise for my reading. I do stumble over the words quite a lot. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It'd be amazing. Stay awesome and stay brutal, and I'll see you in the next video.